and welcome to this another educational video with me, Camille A. Carlson. In this video, we are going to talk about teaching measurement to students in grades 1 to 3. We measure every day. This is done by filling, covering, matching, and using instruments such as rulers and scales. It is necessary because measurement covers everything from occupational skills and tasks to life skills. We also estimate measures in daily life. However, it is painfully obvious that many of our students right now does not know how to select and use appropriate units, tools, and technologies in measuring in math. This is a very difficult concept for young children, particularly grades 1 to 3. It is difficult, thus, we should move away from worksheets and activities or lectures and begin to use kinesthetic approaches to teaching kids measurement. These activities can give children an opportunity to apply mathematical concepts to other disciplines. If they have mastered measurement in math, they can integrate their knowledge in measuring chemicals or materials in science. So in all subjects, they can use measurement if they have mastered it in math. And also, it can develop their foundational skills for geometry. Let me give you an example of an idea you can use as a teacher in teaching measurement. Community map. How to use community map? Let me teach you. First thing to do is to place a map of your community on the wall. Next, have each student identify where they live and cut a piece of string for the length from their school to their home. Next, ask them to estimate who lives closest and who lives the farthest using the string you have just cut. And have them measure the strings with different tools such as paper clips, cubes, pencils. The teacher may use multiple items in doing this. After that, after measuring it using the string and other different tools, compare the results from the different measuring tools. These activities will reinforce the concept that although results may vary according to the tool used, the actual distance does not change. So for an extension, you could make the class bar graphs showing the data for each measuring tool used. On the previous video, we have tackled about the data gathering cycle. So now you can apply of different graphs in teaching. You have also identified the measurement of each string using different tools. You can arrange those data into a bar graph, which the students can see the differences and the relationships of each measurements.
Hello class, look at this image on the board. This is our barangay map. Our aim for today is for you to examine and study this barangay map and for you to identify the length of your house from our school. I'm going to give you an example. For example, I live at Manzano Street. Now that I have identified where I live, I'm going to place my first point here at our house. And my second point is at our school. Now that I have identified where I live, I'm going to use this string to measure the length between our house and our school. So the first thing I'm going to do is to place the string on our first point. And my first point is my house. Now, I am going to connect this string to the second point, which is our school. I'm going to cut the string, and that's it. I have identified and measured the length between my house and our school using my string. Okay, now it's your turn. Identify your house and give me the measurements.
I found our home.
Wow, great! you have identified your houses. Now, I'm going to give you this string to measure the distance between your home and our school. Go!
Oh, so from here and then to school.
I know.
And I'm gonna cut your strings. Great! Now, go back to your seats and, using the strings, identify who lives the closest and who lives the farthest. Compare your strings. Who is the shortest and who is the longest? Go, go, go! Now that you have identified who lives the farthest and who lives the nearest using the strings, I want you now to use different tools in measuring the strings. I want you to use our cubes, paper clips, and pencils. Go!
Okay, now mine, measure mine.
Here now is our data from measuring the strings using different kinds of tools. So as you can see, we have measured it using the cubes, the paper clips, and pencils. Now that we have measured and saw the data of the strings using a variety of tools, we can now say that although results may vary according to the tool used, the actual distance does not change. Maybe some of you have noticed that their strings appear to be shorter and appear to be longer in using different kinds of tools. But always remember that these tools can only alter and trigger the length of your strings, but the actual distance that you have measured using those strings are constant. It just only depends on the tools used. As you can see here, these are the measurements that my students have made, which is represented by different colors. One is represented by yellow, one is orange, and one is brown. For an extension, you could make class bar graphs showing the data for each measuring tool. So here is the bar graph I have made to show the class who measured the farthest and nearest using different tools. From that graph, we can see that the results are repeating though different measurement tools are used. It is still orange kid who lives the farthest and brown kid lives the nearest. Who is the orange kid? I bet it is Luisito. Who is the orange kid? And the brown kid is? Yes, Dana. Meaning, Luisito lives the farthest and Dana lives the nearest. I bet you learned something today about measurement using our tool, Community Map.
Yes, ma'am, it is so enjoyable because of the community map, I learned to know my distance between the house and our school. From now on, I won't be late because I know that I live the farthest.
Luisito, the late guy. Good thing I learned about the community map and measurement today because I learned that I only live in the middle of our home and the school. I don't live so far and I don't live so near. I just came here very sakto.
I can clearly see that you enjoyed our topic today about learning measurement using Community Map. That's all for today, kids. Goodbye. Safely go home.
From the animated video you have just watched and from the data we have gathered from using our example in the community map, we can see that the results are repeating, though different measurement tools are used. From the results of the data shown, we can relate it to what the module is stating about using community map as a teaching idea in teaching learners about measurement. Thank you for staying and watching until the end of this video. Again, I am Camille A. Carlson, living a quote: the only way to learn math is to do math. Don't be afraid, do it, I know you can. Thank you for watching and keep safe. Bye-bye!